Tonight, Governor Soludo presents certificates of recognition for traditional rulers. Anambra police clamps down on criminal activities, illegal drug den in Oko. INEC conducts by-elections in August. On the foreign scene, Hexeth describes U.S. strike against Iran as successful. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Security is yet to stay in Anambra State. In the Anambra, remember, security is everyone's business, and for us to have a more secure and livable Anambra State, let us join forces with the government in securing our state. If you see something, say something. Report scrupulous elements to the security operatives for better security of lives and property. Remember the emergency numbers 5111 and 080-0220-0008. ABS TV is now live on cable free to air. Join us. Good evening and thanks for joining us. My name is Chinyere Ikureke. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has presented certificates of recognition to traditional rulers of 4 communities, including Ikenga, Oba, Ifite Anamu, and Iji. The certificates were presented by the governor at the Lighthouse Oka. Ejike has status.
Traditional rulers include Igwe Chinonso Ezukafo of Ikenga, Igwe Austin Chinedum Emelobe of Oba, Igwe Sunday Ozemena Ifitanam, and Igwe Ifeanyi Okonkwo of Ichi. Congratulating the newly recognized traditional rulers, Governor Soludo admonished that there is work to be done, tasked them on working with their respective town constitutions, as well as becoming the conscience of their communities.
Governor, as you reign in your respective communities, we must get our people and use it back to basics. And the places we are carrying out this crusade for ethical and valuable birth of our people.
Earlier, the Commissioner for Local Government, Chieftaincy and Community Affairs, Mr. Tony Collins Wabuwane, stated that they were elected through a seamless process, appreciated the governor's efforts in the respective Anambra communities through the ministry. Iwe Sunday Ozemena of Ifitanam lauded the governor's development efforts, including his reformation of the Traditional Rulers Council, which has made it more effective. Members of the State Executive Council, Chairman, Anambra State Traditional Rulers Council, Igwe Chidubem Iweka, among others, attended the event.
A political support group, Solution Marshal, has held a tactical meeting with the leadership of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, APGA, where they vow to protect the votes of the electorate and the results of all the wards come November 8th. The tactical meeting with the theme, Synergizing for Victory, held at Professor Borakunyele Women Development Center, Oka, drew members of the group from ward and local government areas. Correspondent Chibuzo Obidike tells us more.
Gathering, the Deputy Governor, Dr. Nyekachukwu Bezim, who spoke through his personal assistant on boundary adjustment, Mr. Kenechukwu Okoye, and Barrister Obi Okoye, say the essence of the group is strategic to protecting the decision of the electorate in the next election, and insisted that it is past time when desperate politicians hijack the process.
We must be up and doing, and we must be steadfast and ready, everly guarded till the last. We
will protect our votes and make sure that our votes count. That's the essence of this meeting. So let us take it serious. And it must go along the lines of strategy.
The only way is impossible. But I unite. Let us find an excellent goals. Move with the
Others who spoke during the event included the Marshal Superior, who is also the majority leader of Anambra State House of Assembly, Honorable Ikenna Ofodeme, the Commissioner for Special Duty Communities, Honorable Bazun Kemdiche, the Apuga Chairman for Anocha Local Government, Sir Anthony Ugoji.
The Anambra Commissioner of Police, C.P. Koye Urutubu, has emphasized the significant role as substance abuse is in fueling crime and has directed a major clampdown on all criminal activities in Oko and its environs. A release signed by the force PPROSP Kenga said that the police operatives were charged to the Special Anti-Courtism Squad in the early hours of today, bust a drug den in Oko and arrested 6 suspects, all male, between the ages of 24 and 35 years respectively, recovering a large quantity of various hard substances. They are currently undergoing interrogations for necessary information, especially on the recent distributing incident in Oko. According to the release, it further maintained that the command believes that the initiative would nip in the bud the prevalence of criminal activities and expose more criminal networks in the area. As the world marks 2025 United Nations International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking, stakeholders have called for greater investment in drug abuse prevention. The call was in line with this year's theme. The evidence is here. Invest in prevention. Emmanuel Okonkwo reports.
The staff officer in charge of drug demand reduction and training in Anambra State Command of National Drug Law Enforcement Agency (NDLEA), Madam Priscilla Onyema, emphasized the need for collective efforts in combating drug abuse, stating that prevention is better than cure, and urged individuals, groups, and government to support the command's fight.
Prevention is the major key to winning this war against drug abuse, and that is why they repeat it again this year. So we are encouraging people everywhere you are, in any way you can, invest in prevention. You may not be able to go and arrest drug dealers, but you can give information.
On his part, the staff officer in charge of administration in the NDLEA Anambra State Command, Mr. Kenneth Anosike, while identifying youth idleness as one of the major contributors to drug abuse and trafficking, appealed to wealthy individuals to channel resources into empowering the youth, urging parents and community leaders to guide young people.
Eradicate, fish out those who are involved in the sales and the dealing of these drugs and make them live in the community so that you can have your youth grow up to become responsible, that will impact the community.
Advising the youth to prioritize their future by staying away from drugs in Oka. I am Emmanuel Okonkwo, reporting for ABS News.
Ihiala Students Association nationwide has endorsed Right Honorable Pascal Bodike for the forthcoming Anambra South senatorial by-election and donated campaign materials to aid his election bid. They gave the endorsement during a press briefing at Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu University, Bariamu campus. Martin Okechi filed the report.
National President of the association, Comrade Ibe Manuel, stated the Abodike's proven track record makes him ideal for the Senate. He highlighted Abodike's achievements to include 7 major empowerment programs, skill acquisition, and SME support to over 300 beneficiaries, critical infrastructural projects, distribution of fertilizers and relief materials, as well as investment in education through the Smart School project and scholarship schemes.
We have seen Right Honorable Pascal Bodike track record, and we have come in conclusion that this is a man to represent us in Anambra South Senatorial District. He have done a lot for students. This is why we say there is no way we can't support him.
The association leaders, including Comrade Chukwuemeka Okeke of the Unizik chapter and Comrade Delight Onwubufo of the Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu University chapter, all urged students and Anambra South residents to support Abodike's senatorial bid, citing his exceptional leadership and compassion, just as they endorsed Governor Chukwuma Soludo for a second term, praising his governance.
This is exemplified by his recent 250 million naira scholarship scheme, mapped out to keep 1,000 indigent students of Ihiala LUGA in school.
So with all this that has been happening, we know that Right Honorable Pascal is working, and if given the chance, he's going to do more.
The association donated over 5,000 customized exercise books and face caps to aid Honorable Awodike's campaign bid.
Away now within the state, the Independent National Electoral Commission has scheduled a series of by-elections for Saturday, August 16, 2025, to fill vacant seats in the national and state assemblies across 12 states. INEC Chairman Professor Mahmoud Yakubu made an announcement during a meeting with political party leaders in Abuja. He explained that the vacancies across from resignation, death, and court order annulments. Yakubu said that these elections will take place in 16 constituencies involving 2 senatorial districts, 5 federal constituencies, and 9 state assembly seats. The affected constituency, among others, include Anambra South Federal Constituency. The 9 state assembly seats are Onitsha, North 1, Anambra, and others. Yakubu said the commission would deploy 30,451 officials to conduct the polls, which will cover 3,553,659 registered voters across 32 local government areas, 356 wards, and 6,987 polling units. On the foreign scene, U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth said U.S. strike on Iranian nuclear site over the weekend historically successful. Speaking at a Pentagon news conference, Hegseth cites various assessments, including from the CIA and the UN's nuclear watchdog. Hegseth also attacked the media after a leaked intelligence report earlier this week suggested the strike's impact may not be limited. The update comes after Iran's supreme leader said the U.S. failed to achieve anything significant with the nuclear strikes. Speaking after Hegseth, General Dan Kane says the U.S. moved most troops off the base before the attack, leaving just 44 soldiers to defend it, while also giving more details on the bunker buster bombing raid. In sports, the capital city outfit announced that Nigerian winger Moses Simon has joined Paris FC from fellow French club Nantes. Simon, 29, has signed a 3-year deal with the Parisian as they prepare for their first season in the French top flight since 1978 to 1979. In 6 seasons with Nantes, Moses scored 37 goals in 201 matches. The fee for this move was not revealed. Paris FC sporting director Francisco Francesi said that Moses was a priority for them and he has shown a real interest in their project despite a lot of demand. Remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page at Anambra Broadcasting Service. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Oka. On X at ABS Radio TV. On Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. The main point again, Governor Soludo has presented certificates of recognition to 4 traditional rulers. Anambra Police has clamped down on criminal activities, illegal drug den in Oko. INEC is set to conduct by-elections in August. Hegseth has described U.S. strikes against Iran as successful. To end the news, let's take this special message again. Security is here to stay in Anambra State, in the Anambra. Remember, security is everyone's business. And for us to have a more secure and livable Anambra State, let us join forces with the government in securing our state. If you see something, say something. Report unscrupulous elements to the security operatives for better security of lives and property. Remember the emergency numbers, 5111 and 080-0220-0008. ABS TV is now live on cable free-to-air. Join us. Thanks for watching. My name is Chinyere Ikoreke. Good night.